Welcome. I think this is going to be a session for later reference for myself. Yet, if this will be useful to somebody, obviously, even better. So, the current theme of the video, I want to show a awesome tool I found for database design. And this is not like prototyping where you actually design the database and it's translated immediately to the database schema and it's live on the database server. No, this is actually drawing diagrams in order, for example, to plan how the database schema will be created and how to transfer it later to actual database server. And this phase usually happens when in the beginning of a project you gather together with a team and think through the different tables, different entities, their interaction, and things like primary keys, secondary keys, what goes into the tables, and the like. So if you look on Wikipedia, there is a whole article on entity relationship model, and this theory actually it goes beyond just databases. So it can represent any entity class and the relationships between them. So it's like from 70s by someone called Peter Chen, but what we care about is actually a subset of all this theory, and you can quickly jump to Google images and just search for entity relationship diagrams, and all of these are entity relationship diagrams. However, we want something more of like tables, so that you just have like table names, what goes into the tables, the fields, and their relationships, for example, key to table mapping. So something like this. This is generally what we mean by entity relationship diagrams when referring to databases. So quickly going on Google and searching for like database design diagrams, there is a whole bunch of stuff. There is obviously things like Draw.io, Lucidcharts, ChartDB, right? And there's like a ton different things. However, what I want to show is a very cool project I found and I have been using of recent times, and this is quickdatabaseddiagrams.com. So to find it, go on Google and just search for quick database diagrams, and the first thing is that, right? So it's like pretty newish, I guess, maybe a couple of years project, and obviously it has a pricing tier, but the cool thing about it is that you can just jump into it, click try the app, and you will land like on a totally working application for this. So okay, so what do we see? At the left, we see a text editing component where we can define our diagram, and it's pretty simple. So like table names followed by some hyphens to delimit the table contents from the name, and then you have the field definitions. So if you like jump in and just take a look, everything will be very familiar. So there's like primary keys, you define the types, you define whether it's whether it's unique or if it's not unique. You can define relationships between the different keys. So here, for example, let's see delivery, right? So we have a delivery table here, and we see that there is one-to-many relationship between driver and delivery, meaning that there is, for example, an individual driver and they can be assigned to different deliveries. So many deliveries, one driver. And another very cool thing is that you can actually just drag things, drag from like one table to another. Sorry, something definitely went wrong. Let's delete this line it added, and we're going to order ID. Yeah, so just delete that. Right. Okay, so now we're gonna have just order ID without like that. Yeah, and order ID is obviously going to be dragged to the order ID like that. Yeah, so it's pretty powerful, it's pretty simple, it's pretty minimal. Another very big thing out of the box, you just create an account with an email. It's just like a one-step registration. You get an activation link, and then you can share. So if you go to file and collaborate, you can invite someone else by their email. So I have set up two accounts. I have set up two accounts for this, and just to showcase what this system is like. So let's just neatly place the two windows side by side, right? So here, this is Valera account 1, you see top right corner, and this window, it's a totally different Firefox window, Valera account 2. And right off the bat, so for example, let's move the driver table, and you see that after some delay, it gets updated, right? So let's see if the driver, so let's say we're gonna rename driver ID to driver ID 1. You see the change. Okay, but this constraint is broken. No, let's just rename a field which is not mapped to some other fields. So let's define phone number, right? And spaces, we don't really want a space. Okay, this can be right. So this will be phone number as a string, right? And yeah, so all of these changes are propagated directly to between the different sessions. And yeah, so it probably doesn't like that I have a space here. Anyways, this is just some weird edge case I found. So obviously the team working behind Quick database diagrams is working on them. So yeah, but it's very cool. Like you don't have to have some, there's no some limits. And right now it's like totally proof of concept, and you can use this to map out. And then also the cool thing is you can click export. And for example, I want to define Postgres schema. Okay, let's remove this error field, right? So let's create a Postgres SQL. It's going to table delivery is missing a field. Where is the delivery table? Table delivery is missing a field. Okay. I will just stop here. Obviously, I discovered some bug, but let's quickly jump to a totally brand new demo table. So if you delete everything and press dot dot twice, it will ask you to load a sample diagram. Click yes. Okay, yes. Yes. And here you can export. Let's see if it works to Postgres. There we go. And you can just, let's see, open. Here we go. This is actual code you can insert into your PG import and just run with it. Whew. Well, definitely didn't go as planned. However, I think this should be a pretty up to speed reference video for me for later on. Another thing to mention, the docs are built in, so you can just, it's like pretty short read, and you can have like comments, you can have tables, right? And you have collaboration, relationships, you can define relationships. So pretty small tool, it does its job. You should be able to import SQL. I have not tried this feature. And there's also, you can switch between the color schemes. So if you want just like a sharper black and white style, just go to file and change the theme. So use basic color palette. Okay, well, I hope you guys had an interesting time with me for this little session, and catch you in the next video. Peace.